Today I'm going to be ranking all the streaming services in the United States from worst to best. Let's get into it. Real quick, I just want to ask you guys to please hit the subscribe button down below. It does my channel a lot of good. And hit the subscribe button. Yeah, let's get into the ranking. So I am actually including 8 streaming services on this list, and they are purely based off of America, and so none of the UK streaming services or Japanese streaming services will be included on this list. Just the main 8 streaming services in the United States. That's right, there are 8 of them, and they're big streaming services. This doesn't include any of the news streaming services. There's a couple of those, but I'm just including the 8 big ones. Let's get into it. In 8th place for me is Discovery Plus. I haven't really used this that much, but there's nothing much on here. I got it free for a year, and I logged onto it maybe twice. The content's just not for me. If you're into this stuff, you're gonna love Discovery Plus. They have a lot of crime shows, but it's more like HGTV, Food Network, stuff like that. And this is going to be merging with HBO Max, but overall, the service just does not have a lot to offer for me, so that's why it comes in last place. In 7th place for me is Paramount Plus. There's nothing on this streaming service that really interests me. I'm not into Star Trek or Halo, so nothing really grabs me to go here. They have the iCarly revival, but that doesn't interest me really. There's not a lot on here. They tried to put on some movies last year straight to Paramount Plus. There's nothing on here. When I have used it, it's frustratingly hard to use, and it's it's slow. The service itself takes a while to go around on, and it's not a good service in my opinion. In 6th place for me, this is going to be controversial, but that is Amazon Prime Video. I don't use this that much unless there are shows like Invincible, The Boys, bigger shows like that. I don't log on with that much. I don't go there for back catalog stuff, and it's more of a buy stuff on than an actual streaming service. They do have a lot of stuff that they offer you for free, but I never really go on there, and the originals never seem to really interest me, so I don't find myself using Prime Video a lot. In 5th place for me is Peacock, probably the weirdest name for a streaming service, but hey, I actually enjoy this streaming service. I don't currently have it. This is one that I churn a lot, which means when there's a show or a movie out that I want to see on Peacock, I will get it, and I'm happy with Peacock as a service. I first watched Parks and Rec on here. It's a great service with a lot of NBC content, and Universal just has a great catalog that offers itself perfectly to streaming services. It's easy to use, and with Hulu it's kind of owned by Disney, but Universal owns a little bit of it, but they're kind of pulling their shows from Hulu and going to put them on Peacock. I think it'll become a better service. But overall, it's got a lot of great content like The Office and all of the NBC sitcoms, which are some of the best out there. In 4th place for me is Netflix. This is also probably going to be a little controversial, but I feel like Netflix has kind of fallen. They used to be the streaming giant, but now there's other streaming giants that are coming in like HBO Max and Disney Plus. They're kind of overtaking it. I really do enjoy Netflix though. I think without having a lot of IPs, they make their own IPs. They don't have pre-existing things like all the other streaming services. They have to make their own content, and with people making their own streaming services, they're pulling their content. So now Netflix is kind of turning into hey, we got a Shrek movie. That's our content for the month, other than originals. They don't have anything really other than originals, but their originals are good. My only problem is they cancel them too much for me to get invested. Where's Mindhunter Season 3? That's a great show, and it would have gotten a lot of ratings, but nope, they had to cancel it. But overall, as a service, I see myself using it sometimes. I did watch Seinfeld, Community, and Arrested Development on there. They do have kind of those shows for a limited time, but other than that, I enjoyed Netflix, but I don't know, it's fallen a little bit. In third place is HBO Max. This offers a lot of great content. The Warner Brothers library is great. On top of that, you have Turner Classic Movies, Looney Tunes, and their originals are great. Like Peacemaker was a phenomenal show. HBO as a brand, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, shows like that, it just works. It had The White Lotus last year. It's a phenomenal service, and it's just growing, and more people are subscribing to HBO Max as they see what it has to offer. And I think when they merge with Discovery Plus, it'll be even better. In second place for me is Disney Plus. This is a streaming service that I absolutely love because it has Star Wars, it has Marvel, it has Pixar, it has National Geographic, and now it's bringing in ESPN content and ABC content. And now we got the Marvel Netflix shows. It's growing as a service. They're adding more mature content. It works as a streaming service. I love The Simpsons, and all the Marvel shows that have been on there are great, and some of the Star Wars shows. But overall, I feel like the back catalog is really what solidifies it as the second best streaming service. I think it will get better when they kind of put out more originals other than Star Wars and Marvel. But other than that, I absolutely love the service. Easily in first place for me, though, is Hulu. Hulu offers just like hundreds of different shows that are up my alley. They just have a lot of like sitcoms. They have a lot of just other shows. They also do this kind of after the show releases, they do drop it, the episode on Hulu the day after. It works as a service extremely well. I also have Hulu Live TV. The only reason why I'm kind of including that as a bonus for Hulu is because none of the other major streaming services have a live TV. Like you can't get live TV, but I do include the live TV in there. And it's very nice. And the service overall is just great. They have a lot of great content. Their originals are great. And again, it's all of Disney's more mature content, stuff like Family Guy and all the R-rated MCU movies like Deadpool. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this ranking video. I want to hear your list down below. Which ones do you have? Currently, right now, I just have the top 4 on my list. The other ones I haven't used very often. But thank you guys so much for listening to this video. As always, you can check out some more videos right now.